Most of my summers growing up in Boston was spent sweating over the hot asphalt of the D Street projects. But one summer, I got lucky. I got to go away to Camp Wonderland, being able to run through grass, climb trees, swim in a lake. Best summer of my life.
I may not be a kid anymore, but I hear there's a place where I can still capture that perfect summer.
It's like a roller coaster, baby.
Welcome to Michigan. When the winter thaws, the games begin. From log rolling to lacrosse.
Yeah, I scored! I didn't even know I scored.
I'll find out how the Wolverine State puts summer in a glass.
Look at that beautiful color.
And take the great plunge into Michigan.
I'm Jack Maxwell, and I travel the world searching for adventure. Yeah! And from Tennessee to Tahiti, I've discovered the universal language that brings us all together.
Great drinks.
Because a toast in any language is a passport to a whole new world.
From the Motor City's blue-collar auto workers to farmers braving the winter's deep freeze, the people of Michigan got true grit down cold. Most of the time, they're a pretty quiet bunch. But there's one time of year when their passions truly come alive. You see, when the snow melts, they put down their tools, head outside, and transform this place into the ultimate Midwestern summer escape. And in some ways, you might not expect. Of course, you're gonna find pristine forests, literally the greatest lakes, and mountains of, sand.
So peaceful here, isn't it? Quiet sand dunes. Beautiful day. Soft breeze. Right off of Lake Michigan. Oh, look at him go!
Yeah, well, we might be 230 miles from Detroit, but when summer hits, man, the spirit of Motor City is full throttle at the Silver Lake Sand Dunes. 2,000 acres of off-road bliss.
Woo-hoo!
It was here in Michigan that old Henry Ford and his hard-working factory workers engineered the American dream with the Model T.
Here comes the cavalry, no more walking.
And Michiganders have been feeling the desire, let's say, for speed ever since.
All right, hey, it is you. What's going on, Chad?
Let's go.
My buddy Chad Dumont and his pals Phil and Todd have motor oil running through their veins.
A lot of good people out here on the dunes. Kind of like a close-knit family of people.
Yeah, everybody knows everybody.
If somebody breaks down out here, everybody helps them. Everybody helps them get off the dunes and get safe.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But these dunes weren't always here. You see, they're man and cow made. Remember when Mrs. O'Leary's cow kicked over that lantern and started Chicago's Great Fire of 1871? Locals cut down the forest that was here in order to rebuild the city.
Oh, man, sandblasting.
And without all the trees to hold the sand in place, the winds of Lake Michigan turned this place into sand dune heaven. And now, every year, 850,000 people come here to put the pedal to the metal.
This over here is in this area is the Badlands.
The Badlands, oh.
The sands here contain silicone, which makes them squeal when you ride them. I know the feeling.
It's like a roller coaster, baby. That's fun. Love this place. Till winter comes.
Till winter, right.
Then we can't play no more.
Winter might not be coming for a while, but today, Mother Nature has another treat in store.
Woohoo! Wow, what a ride! All right!
You know, there's only one thing that could overshadow bombing around the dunes.
Let's check this out. 1, 2, 3, switch.
That's right. You guessed it.
Oh, look at it!
A solar eclipse.
Look at that! That's amazing, isn't it?
That's incredible.
Wow. First time since 1979. That's majestic, isn't it? This is another thing. that helps you realize you're just one little speck in the universe. Okay, and there we go. Done. Let's go have a drink.
These 80-mile-an-hour dune buggies pack some serious power. But I need to refuel myself, so we're heading to a nearby park for another great summer pastime, day drinking.
Small-town Michigan picnic. I love it.
But, most importantly, beer.
In a growler, no less.
Yeah.
Phil is general manager at nearby Big Heart Brewing Company. And he set us up with the Dunes-inspired Screeching Sans Agave Ale. It's made with German malts, which is ideal for a state where 20% of the population has German ancestry.
We always come with plenty for everybody.
Look at that beautiful amber color.
Isn't that nice?
Wow.
Oh.
It's a bit hoppy, too.
Yes, absolutely.
But
So
there's a little sweetness in there.
So
What is that?
we're using blue agave syrup, very sweet, and to balance that sweetness out, we're really hopping it up.
How much extra hops do you have to put in to knock out that sweetness?
So that's all an equation that goes on with our brewing
Oh,
team.
secret, in other words.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
just say secret. I get it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't be too careful these days. After all, there's a lot of competition in these parts. Nearby Grand Rapids is known as Beer City, USA.
I personally like agave in the tequila form, but that's me.
Stick your toe in that water, you might find your new favorite thing.
Speaking of sticking your toe in the water, we got the mighty Michigan right here. Who wants to come down to the beach? Want to go down
Let's
to the
go
beach?
down, man.
Whoever wants to come down to the beach.
Yeah, I get a cosmic kick out of a solar eclipse now and then, but I'm also a fan of simple, everyday pleasures.
Small town Americana, kids playing in the water. I'm in Lake Michigan, and I'm going into Lake Michigan.
Right
It's that
on,
simple.
man. Gotta roll them up.
Got to Tom Sawyer that a little
I was
bit.
gonna say, you're a Huck Finn.
Huck Finn?
Yeah.
Wasn't Tom Sawyer the smart one?
Yes.
All right, I'm Huck Finn. All right. Oh, this is great.
Bye, Jack. Come see you again.
So long. And we never saw that guy again. Here's to you, Michigan. Doesn't get better than this. How come I'm the only one coming in?
You know, Michigan has the largest freshwater coastline in the world. In fact, no matter where you are in the state, you're no further than 6 miles away from a lake or river at any time. Exploring these aquatic highways and byways just might be the oldest summer tradition there is around here. And it all started with pirates
Watch your step.
in canoes.
This is the Voyageurs. They do these reenactments, and
This is great. All the tent set up and everything.
yeah.
I'm about 150 miles away from the sand dunes on the banks of the Cass River with my buddy, distiller Mark Mosler. He used to be a teacher, and he was inspired to make a one-of-a-kind booze thanks to his love of Michigan's history and the state's original explorers, the Voyageurs.
Voyageurs were French people that opened up the Great Lakes region to everybody.
Like Lewis and Clark.
Even before that, though, back in the 1600s, the 1700s, the early 1800s, they were the highwaymen of the time.
The Voyageurs earned their name by being the first Europeans to, well, voyage around the Great Lakes, transporting furs by canoe. Nowadays, summertime is the right time for local groups of reenactors to come together and celebrate their rugged history with camping, canoeing, and a mean game of stickball.
Wow, that looks like fun. What is that?
Let's find out.
What do you got there? Old school lacrosse or what?
Technically, the game is called Bagataway.
Bagataway? What is that? The Native American name for it?
Yep, exactly.
Teacher Matt Fouch has been studying the historical Voyageurs for over 20 years and reenacting them since he was 2.
Wow, this is old school.
Simple and
that's,
easy.
That's just a branch that you made into a stick. I love it. Oh, what is that? That's the ball?
That's the ball.
Oh, it feels soft.
Yeah, it's not so soft when it hits you.
All right.
Lacrosse wasn't so big in Southie, but it can't be that different than street hockey, right?
Gandalf, what are you doing with the stick? Oh, Bobby Orr, here we go. And we're off.
Bagataway was a game invented by the Iroquois and often used to solve tribal disputes without all that bloodshed.
Come on, Matt, pass it back, pass it back. Hey.
Although there is a little bruising, perhaps.
Way to fight it, Matt. Oh, that kid's good.
Back then, matches had a few more players than this, up to 1,000,
Oh, I caught it!
and could last several days. Now that would have been an epic tailgate party.
And the goalie can catch it, right?
Yeah.
The French liked the look of the game and adopted it, calling it lacrosse, meaning the hooked stick.
Get it out of there, get it out of there. Here we go. Score! Here we go, Esposito in the net.
This Bagataway begotta me thirsty.
That's the score. All right, let's take a break, have a drink. Oh, I'm tired.
But there's no Gatorade at this halftime.
Well, I've got a sage wine.
Pick the right tent.
We're in. I actually made that one from a recipe from the 17th century. It's more of an ale than it is a wine, but that's exactly what they would have had, especially if they were on the trail.
Why sage particularly?
As a medicine, it was really good for colds, flus, and sinus cavities infections.
Shall we try some?
We can do
I'll
that.
let you pour it. They made it, drank it, right? That's it.
Cups down, boys. Pass it around.
This feels like it will tighten the neck a little bit, tighten
yeah.
the throat. Yeah. Okay, here's to trying a new wine.
Sante.
Santé, you voyageurs.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Delicious.
Matt's sage wine is made with lemon, brown sugar, and ale yeast, brewed to roughly 15% alcohol over 6 months.
Oh, that's strong. How old is it?
This is from 2011.
Well, it has saged well.
I like that. I'm gonna have to use that, boys.
Of course, some voyageur treats
That doesn't look good, man.
haven't aged as well.
This is what is known as pemmican. Dried meat, lard, and cranberries.
Whatever happened to s'mores? I'm in eastern Michigan, along the Cass River, about to wash down some sage wine with a real 18th century pick-me-up.
What is pemmican?
Pemmican is dried meat, lard. It has hazelnuts in it and cranberries.
Right. Okay, well, I guess when you're about to paddle down river with voyageurs, Michigan's first canoe-bound bad boys, a brick of berries and lard is the go-to solid fuel you need.
All right, I'm gonna try a little bite of yours.
It's gonna be juicy.
Oh, another bite.
See?
Pemmican's a survival superfood with a shelf life longer than marshmallows. There are some reports of pemmican lasting 50 years.
It was the sea rations of its day, right? You had to have what you had to have to live and to get going.
This one I actually made.
You made yourself.
Yep.
You put so much into it. It's really nice to see that, because if we lose our culture, we lose ourselves, don't we?
Exactly.
Or maybe that's just the sage wine talking. I don't know.
You never know.
Of course, a trip to drink with voyageurs wouldn't be complete without voyaging by canoe.
So I'll introduce you to Floyd. Floyd, this is Jack.
Jack, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Wow, cool.
Floyd and his crew put in all those miles following the path of those original voyageurs up and down Michigan's waterways.
Do you love to just get together with guys? It's a sense of community and brotherhood, or what?
We like to present the history of the period, and that's why most of us do it, I think. We also like the fact that we get it out in the country.
Well, let's haul this thing into the water.
And this ride comes with some of Mark's voyageur hooch.
Voyagers, pull away.
Wait,
Watch your step.
up, watch your step. All right. I'm glad I didn't wear my flip-flops today.
Exactly right.
Oh, this
Look at
is
that.
nice. This is great. Oh, we got two guys with us, two boats. Hello, voyageurs.
Bonjour, dudes.
Bonjour. That's right. Let's start talking
Yes, no
French.
French.
You see, while the British sought land in the New World and the Spanish gold, the French had their eyes on one prize, beaver.
Was what it was all about. They would trade with the Native Americans for pelts, and it was a huge, many thousands of miles trading system.
Back in Paris, they flipped their lids for fancy beaver top hats. And thanks to the toil of the voyageurs, they got them.
What's the qualifications to be a part of this motley crew? I can paddle. That's all it takes?
I got this. I mean, how complicated can it be?
Your core muscles, turn your stomach. That's what there you go. I'm not trying to dig deep. Yeah, you're too deep. Don't pull too hard.
Pretty complicated, apparently.
All right, I'm done. That was fun. Let's have a drink.
Paddles up.
A little Voyageur Saskatoon?
Voyageur Saskatoon berry liqueur. Shall we?
Yes, you bet. So the Saskatoon berries were used by the natives, and then the Voyageurs also used it in their food source.
Okay.
The voyageurs may not have used Saskatoon in their booze,
Very good.
but back in the day, the berries were everywhere.
They grow around Michigan, which is why you use them.
Yeah, absolutely.
To the voyageurs!
So the Voyageurs.
It's good. It's very good.
Voyageur Saskatoon berry liqueur is locally distilled with a vodka base to 38% ABV.
Oh, wow.
The perfect thing to drink while you're paddling in the drink.
There's a lot of alcohol in there. Liqueurs don't have that much alcohol.
The Saskatoon berry has a very subtle flavor, so a little higher alcohol content to carry the flavor of the berry.
Sure. So are we gonna run into the riverbank? Should I use this? What were some of the Voyager terms back in the day? Does anybody know? Are we there yet? Voyageurs!
The voyageurs were the first Europeans to navigate Michigan's watery wilderness. Today, the best summer memories are still made on the water, if you ask me. And with over 51,000 miles of rivers and over 11,000 lakes, the only real trouble is having to decide which one you want to splash around in. But don't worry.
Whoa, here we go. Get up.
I've decided for you.
Whoa.
I've traveled 160 miles northwest to the perfect lake retreat, the White Birch Lodge, right on Elk Lake. This family-run woodsy resort has been welcoming families since 1958, offering lake life's greatest hits, with one of the most wide-ranging water sport programs in the state. Besides that, the staff
Oh, here we go. Get up, boys and girls.
puts on a hell of a show.
Whoa, all 6 of them. That looks great.
They gotta be really good skiers, right?
You gotta be strong and you gotta be balanced and determined because nobody wants to be the person to screw it up.
No, that's true.
The man with the mighty mustache, that's Joe Short, owner of nearby Short's Brewing Company.
Woohoo!
He's Michigan's Doogie Howser of beer, home brewing in his teens and starting his beer biz at 22. But more on that later.
Oh, that's just so cool.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Look
one
at that!
Woohoo! Almost.
She's climbing up,
Get up
climbing
now.
up the men.
Oh, this looks like an ad for the 1950s.
All right.
Oh, let's go! That's one!
We got one!
We got one, that's great!
All
And we got
right.
two! Woohoo! Capture that right there, boom, perfect!
They say the pyramid is the most structurally stable shape there is.
Oh, please don't fall, I don't want to witness that.
Maybe just not on a lake.
Oh, no!
It's been said, not every lake dreams to be an ocean. And on a beautiful summer day, at the White Birch Lodge on Elk Lake, not every water skier
Oh, they did backflips off the thing!
wants to stay dry.
Oh, they were all crashing on purpose! Nice! Wow, that's impressive. I want to buy them a drink. You got extra drinks?
We have a whole keg.
Oh, yes! It's on me.
I'm starting to see why passions come alive on a Michigan summer day, and then carry right on into a summer night. Here, there's all the beer you can drink. After all, brews are big business in Michigan. We're talking $1 billion a year big, with a B. And my buddy Joe, well, he's got enough suds for me and all the guests at the lodge. That's a nice all-inclusive.
Hey, what are you giving me, Joe?
This is the Shorts Brew Soft Parade Shandy.
Let me give it a sip. Here, try it. Oh, that's fruity. That's really nice. It's very berryish.
There's a lot of berries in it.
There you go.
Short Soft Parade Shandy is Joe's most popular brew. It blends rye ale with a fermented berry mix and local lemonade, bringing the drink in at 4.2% alcohol.
How long has Shorts been around?
2004, we opened our brew pub in Bel Air.
Bel Air, Michigan, not Bel Air, California.
Correct. And we distributed draft only until 2009.
So pints. Yeah, so it's the pints of Bel Air.
The fresh pints of Bel Air. Yeah.
And this Fresh Prince was only 22 when he launched his brewery. And since then, he's put out about 350 different kinds of beer. Now, I told you he was the Doogie Howser of brewskis.
But this wasn't just a job for you. Since you were a kid, a teenager, you started doing this.
It's that do-it-yourselfer mentality, basically learning how to homebrew. I was more fascinated to learn about that than anything else, so I decided to give college a break and focus entirely on the craft.
And the White Birch Lodge has the same homemade charm, beckoning back guests year after year after year.
You know, this is, I think, one of the few family camps left. Who's been coming here the longest? Anyone? You know right away it's you? How long you been coming?
1959, the second year they opened up. So.
Wait a minute. You've been coming here since 1959.
Don't do the math. I don't want you to forget how old I am.
Anyone else here multi-generational?
4 generations.
4 generations you've been coming here.
There aren't many places that haven't changed much from when you were a child to an adolescent to a parent to a grandparent.
But I love that. I would have died to have that kind of upbringing. Not that I'm complaining, but something about this. You hear crickets and fire crackling. That's it. This is really great. Cheers, right? Isn't this good? Now get those marshmallows.
Yeah.
Now, aside from the lakes, forests cover half of Michigan, and this state is indebted to all that timber. In the 19th century, lumber made more money and more millionaires here than all the gold in California's gold rush. Today, the forests are still very important, which is why that lumberjack tradition is still worth celebrating.
That would take me all day to do that. Are you kidding me?
I'm with Kent Rabish from Grand Traverse Distillery. And we're at the Jack Pine Lumberjack Show in Mackinac City, at the very top of Michigan's Lower Peninsula. We're here to raise 2 fingers of whiskey with these guys. As long as they keep their fingers, that is.
That's an event you don't do while you're drinking.
With all the chopping, cross-cut sawing, and log rolling.
He's got 1, he's got 2, he's got 3, 4.
I think they're gonna need that whiskey.
Now he's got to run on the wet logs.
This is the hardest event in lumberjack sports. You might have heard that expression, as easy as falling off a log. Like 1, 2, go!
Back in the day, log rolling was crucial because it kept lumber from getting jammed up while being transported down the river.
Wow!
And it was also the best paying gig because...
I think Jesse got some cedar in his cedar.
All right, it's time to meet my buddy Dan McDonough.
Good to see you, Dan.
Hey, guys.
Who's also the MC, and my vote for the new Brawny paper towel guy.
So you can jump across logs, no problem?
I'm a 9-time world champion log roller.
9 times?
We just started rolling when I was 9, started competing when I was 11, and been doing it ever since.
I like what that guy's doing. He's Look at that, right in the middle. Oh, let's see how hard it is. I was very impressed. You hit that every time.
So what do you think? You want to give it a try?
All right, give me a tip.
So whatever's more comfortable, right hand on bottom or left hand on bottom. 5 points for the bullseye, 4 points for the white ring around it, 3 points for the blue ring.
All right, I'll give it a shot. We'll bet whiskey, okay?
All right, first buying at the bar.
All right, I'm just gonna do it out of instinct, okay?
Everybody
okay.
stand back.
All right, here we go. I like what that guy's doing. He's Look at that, right in the middle.
I'm in northern Michigan, about to taste some old-fashioned whiskey.
So what do you think? You want to give it a try?
All right.
But first, I gotta put the jack in lumberjack.
All right, I'm just gonna do it out of instinct, okay?
Here goes.
Hey!
4!
A 4! Look at that! Is it a 4 because it got some white?
Yep.
I'm
Give
doing
me
it.
some. You gotta give me whiskey, you're killing me. Where is all the guys? Let's go drink.
I'm no Paul Bunyan, but word around the sawmill is Kent here makes a rye whiskey that could drop even Babe, the legendary Big Guy's Blue Ox. But I'm guessing these guys somehow are gonna manage it just fine.
So, as far as lumberjacks go, do you really drink like old school? Do you really drink like that? You're all laughing. I take laughing as a yes.
We drink a lot of whiskey.
A lot of whiskey?
A lot of whiskey.
So what do we got here, Kent?
Old George rye whiskey.
Let's try it.
So it's all local grain, about 93 proof. If you got sore shoulders and sore arms, at the end of the day, this is a nice way to cap it off.
So medicinal.
Medicinal. Nostrovia.
Rye whiskey.
Old George is 100% straight rye whiskey. Triple distilled in a copper pot still, bottled from the barrel, and aged about 4 years.
See, that's the thing about rye. It's more peppery and spicy. That is really good.
Before Prohibition, Americans drank rye whiskey. So the guys out logging, if they were out, they were drinking rye whiskey. Why? Back out east, farmers basically had excess grains. They grew rye. You can feed your family, but you still need a little bit of cash. So part of making whiskey was supplementing income for a farmer.
And nothing like supplementing your buzz with a rye fit for your great-grandpappy.
Here's to you guys, and keeping the spirit of Americana alive through lumberjack sports.
Here, here.
And drinking rye.
Yes.
As the saying goes, man cannot live by whiskey alone. So I'm gonna meet back up with my buddy Mark and his wife Mandy. You remember him. We drank his Saskatoon booze with the Voyageurs. But now we're going to historic Mackinac Island for their world-famous fudge and the booze it inspired. We just gotta get across one hell of a big puddle to get there.
All right, so that's Lake Huron, and now we're in Lake Michigan. The bridge is the demarcation line.
Combined, Lake Michigan-Huron is the largest freshwater lake in the world.
The Great Lakes, boy, they really are, aren't they?
They are.
Look at this, it looks like an ocean.
And next stop, Candyland.
Mackinac Island.
Here we are.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Because Mark and Mandy make booze inspired by the island's signature confection.
Smells like fudge. Oh, that's chocolatey goodness.
Everybody has to come to Mackinac Island for the fudge.
I smell a little horsey, though, too, mixed in with the fudge.
Turns out, cars are banned on Mackinac, so watch out for the other fudge. When you're on your way to the shop that started it all, Murdoch's.
Oh, it smells so good. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah,
Benzer,
Bob,
good to
how
see
are
you.
ya? Nice to
Welcome
see
to
you.
Mackinac Island and Murdoch's Fudge. Just bringing this chocolate up to the proper temperature.
Bob's dad bought the place from the Murdoch family who first set up shop in 1887. And apparently everyone went nuts over this stuff, because today there are 14 fudge factories and just under 4 square miles.
So that's just pure fudge?
Pure chocolate fudge.
Oh,
yes,
my
sir.
goodness.
I was hoping you could help me out.
Sure, I can help you eat it. Is that what you mean?
We make you official here?
Yes, of course. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. The marble slab will take the heat out of the fudge.
And how long does that take to cool?
8 or 9 minutes. It'll look just like that peanut butter. If you can
We're
believe
gonna
that.
turn that into that.
You got it.
But I still don't see the eating part coming in.
Well, that's coming in. That's definitely happening, isn't it? Yeah.
So what do you do?
You're gonna balance it out so it's all even. That's the step one.
Oh, whee. Look at that.
Try that part. That's not bad. Just kind of flip that left edge.
Like that?
There you go. He's a natural. What are you doing next summer? You wanna?
I'll eat my weight in chocolate. It's like shoveling snow.
Oh yeah, we do a lot of that up here. Give it one more like that.
Oh, let's
Whoa, how we
go
doing?
over the edge. You gotta save
Holy
it.
cow!
Sam.
Oh Jesus!
Chocolate down.
On historic Mackinac Island, it's a tranquil summer day. But inside Murdoch's,
Oh Jesus! Oh man!
Chocolate down.
it's a confectionery catastrophe.
Save the fudge. Over there, get it. The fudge is falling over there.
Mackinac Island is America's fudge capital. In peak summer season, fudge masters here churn out 10,000 pounds of the stuff every day.
And like that?
Yep, don't force it down though. Just kind of
okay,
light. There you go. Very gentle. Nice. Okay, good job. Not bad.
I'm learning.
As if that wasn't good enough, my buddy Mark has created a liqueur inspired by the island's famous fudge.
My friends here, they make a fudge drink, I hear. You got some with you?
I do have
Let's
some
try a
with
little
me.
bit of that.
Yeah, Mark may be a man of few words, but that's only because he lets his booze do all the talking.
Oh, look at this. Salute.
Salute.
Chocolate fudge liqueur.
Wow, that's good.
That just tastes like hot chocolate.
Oh, yes.
Adult hot chocolate.
Adult hot chocolate.
Mackinac Island Fudge Chocolate Liqueur has a vodka base and is distilled about 80 miles away in Lake Leelanau to around 24% ABV.
That's fudgy goodness right down your throat. Wheat vodka
Yes.
and chocolate.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll drink that all day.
And while we're all getting loose, the fudge is getting stiff.
I think the Mackinac Island Fudge liqueur is making you better at that, Jack.
It ain't making me worse.
Butter.
Oh, it's dripping. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Oh, now you got it.
Oh, straining it over the fudge. Sure, you gotta try that.
Pass that around.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that good?
That is good.
Yeah, my chalk-tail's a bit off the cuff, but there is one place I can make it official. The Grand Hotel has been Mackinac's ultimate summer getaway since 1887. Sure, it's got the longest front porch in the world, okay, but I'm here for the famous fudge Bellini.
Oh, we have a friend waiting.
We have a friend waiting.
Hi, I'm Jack.
Bob Taggett, welcome. I'm the resident historian. You want something useless? I'm your man.
And he's a comedian,
I'm on
folks.
it. Oh, yeah.
So this is it. That's the world's longest front porch.
660 feet long, 100 rocking chairs, 1,600 geraniums on this front porch alone.
But how many cocktails?
Lots of cocktails.
Yeah? Do you have to know everything about this place?
I have to be able to make it up faster than anyone else in this building.
Good answer. Okay. When was it built?
In 1887.
By who?
Free transportation companies.
How many rooms?
We have 393 rooms.
Square root of 81.
Oh, 11.27359 and a chipmunk.
I think that deserves a drink.
I do.
Mark Twain, who once gave a lecture here, said too much of anything is bad, but too much champagne is just right.
Holy Moses, that is a chocolate? No, that's it?
There is chocolate.
Are we gonna talk or are we gonna drink?
The fudge Bellini is made with champagne, creme de cacao, a sugar cube, and a touch of orange zest.
Oh, this is nice. This is way more citrusy than it is fudgy. It only has a hint of chocolate. I love that it fooled me.
It's elegant, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's fun, and it's summer.
Is that particularly Michigan, you think?
Mackinac Island is a whole other part of Michigan that most people don't realize because they have never come here.
As Hemingway said, Michigan is beautiful country and nobody knows it but us. My journey to experience the ultimate Michigan summer is taking me 150 miles southwest to Glen Arbor, a tiny town on Lake Michigan's northern shore, for a very special pit stop. Because summer in Michigan is high season for a flavor I love very much. Welcome to the Cherry Republic. They say it's the world's largest exclusive retailer of cherry products. So strawberry fans, do not show your face around here.
Jason! Hey!
Jack.
What's happening, fella? How you doing?
It's all cherries. It's
All
cherries
cherries
time.
all the time. My favorite flavor in the whole world, from a kid to now, is cherry.
And the cherry on top? Booze.
First on the list is our hard cherry cider. It's made with 2 different cherries. Both are tart, not real high in alcohol, but fun, good summer wine.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How come I have 42 times more than you?
Well, I'm here all day. That's the problem, Jay.
And I'm here all week. Thank you very much.
The Republic's Big Bad Bear Hard Cider is made using a blend of Balaton and red tart cherries. And at just 7% alcohol, it's perfect for those hot summer days.
Not sweet at all.
No. tastes just like fresh fruit. Great. Plus, yeah, a little alcohol
A little
too.
alcohol doesn't hurt. You know, there's more complexity. What's that? Is that a bell?
It is.
What is that?
Outside. Check it out, man.
What is that? Is that calling us?
I've heard of pitting my wits against someone,
Oh, look at that. Here we go.
but this is a first.
That's the actual, what do you call it? Court, field?
The World Championship Pit Spit Arena.
World Champion Pit Spit Arena? What's the record? Do you have a record here?
35 feet. Totally doable for you.
Think I'm full of hot air? Can we play or no?
Let's do it.
Every kid knows spitting pits is part of the fun of eating cherries. And you don't get in trouble if you take it outside.
I think I might do some good cherry
We got
spitting
a lot of that
in,
here.
in this temperature.
Hold on. I want you to meet someone here. Mary, one of our oldest longtime employees.
Hi, Mary.
Hi.
Jack, lovely. Are you still working?
I'm only 87. It's much cheaper to keep me working than put me in the old ladies' home.
Oh, Mary, quite to the contrary.
You are spry and smart and witty.
What does he want?
Can I see your eyes for a second? I want to make sure you're not pulling my leg.
And they're pretty, aren't they, honey?
Oh, they're gorgeous. Hold on. Do you know how to spit cherries at all? Because I've never done it.
I'm not very good at it. I hope I don't lose my teeth when I spit it.
Oh, really?
I'm making that up, honey.
Oh,
Just for you.
oh, because I thought you were serious for a minute.
These Michigan pit spitters aren't quite as fierce as Detroit's Lions, or Tigers, let's say. But they're pretty serious about trying to beat the all-time record of 35 feet.
Nice spit. Oh, we have a record.
All right, I think I'm ready to give it a shot.
They're all the same, right?
Maybe my new friend can give me some tips on spitting pits.
Mary, come on.
Ladies first. You gotta run, see, like that. Is that good?
Oh! Hold on a sec. Let me get a heavy one.
Or you can chew one up and then spit the pit. And that's
Oh,
good too.
wait a
Try
minute.
that. Yeah.
Maybe that's
Those
strategy.
are really good.
Because they're heavier, right? That's a good tip.
Yeah.
All right, it's go time. Just hope I don't choke. The heat is on. I'm in the heart of Michigan's cherry country with my new friend Mary. And my sights are set on the local cherry pit spitting record of 35 feet.
Oh, that was way out there. Where did that go? Look at that. 25 feet. Oh! That's it. Mary, you gave me a great tip.
All right, I didn't break the record, but I did get some cheers and some booze.
Thank you so much. Oh, give me a hug. Oh.
Did really well.
Thank you.
I feel that arthritis. It's getting better.
Drink that, you won't feel anything.
Well, ain't she just the top of the sundae? Michigan summers remind me of what it's like to be a kid again. After that one summer at Camp Wonderland outside of Boston, I always wanted to go back, but I never did. It's that feeling that gave one Michigander a simple but genius idea. A summer camp for big kids, 21 and over.
Go! Ah, look at him go! Nice!
And I hear they're serving the ultimate summer drink.
Hey, oh, how fun is that? What's up, brother? Nice to see you. What's going on?
Joel Paul Reisig is the founder of Camp Forever Fun in the city of Holland on the eastern shore of Lake Michigan.
Oh, man, I haven't been to summer camp since I was a kid.
This is a kid's camp.
Into an adult. Oh, it
This
is. It really
a
is
kids'
one.
camp. You know, the camp will run Monday through Friday, and then these camps are vacant. So I said, I want to run an adult camp. Let's go take over on the weekend.
How great is that?
Joel's put together a whole season of summer nostalgia packed into one wild weekend. All the splish splash you could ever ask for. All the craft beer you can drink.
It's a summer camp drink.
And my all-time camp favorite.
Welcome to Color War!
And as captain of Team Blue, I got one thing to say. Red is dead. Team Blue! At the end of this blue and red rainbow is the ultimate summer drink. So we step into the pit.
Ready, kids?
For a game of Gaga.
Here we go.
A mainstay at summer camps all over. If you're hit, you're out. So I'm poised like a jungle cat, ready to do what I can to help my... Oh.
Got me. Got me. Got my foot.
Okay, I'm out. Anyway, the camp's motto is to come as strangers and leave as friends. And as the sun starts to dip and the campfires roar, I still have one hell of a friend yet to make.
We have for you guys Ellison's Brewery Tiramisu floats. Go on up there, grab one. It is absolutely delicious.
The ultimate summer camp drink, a tiramisu beer float.
This is so fun. Oh, and this is the guy, huh?
This is the guy right here.
I saw you in the ring and everything. Blue for the win. Nice. Blue for the win. Blue for the win.
This is Eric Elliott, co-owner of Ellison Brewery and Spirits. And in my book, a true visionary.
How did you come up with the original beer float? Instead of root beer float, a beer float?
It happens to be one of our best-selling beers. And I thought, you know what? Let's take it to the next level.
But to combine it with ice cream, that's brilliant. Oh, I could eat 7 of these.
Just take Eric's Tiramisu Stout, for instance. A chocolatey flavor bomb made with coffee from a local roaster and add ice cream. Simple, sure, but summer never tasted so good.
You know what the thing about coming to camp? You can let go. You can have fun. You can be yourself. You can mix beer with ice cream.
Absolutely.
You can cook by the fire. You can dress up silly, play games. I guess what I'm saying is you can be a kid again.
It's great to go back to that day and age where you didn't have the worries and the stress. Let's let it go. Have fun.
There's got to be something healthy about that, because when I was a kid, I went to a camp just once, and I said, I got to get back, and I never did. But now, thanks to you and Joel and all these great people, we got back.
Absolutely.
It might not be endless summer in Michigan, but when it hits,
thanks to you, I got to be a kid again.
There's nothing like it.
History.